cut the handle off because you really don't need it anymore. Basically, you just use this retainer here, hold the handle in this position, and it goes up and down with no problem. It's going a little slow right now because I didn't unlock the other one. Actually, now I unlock the other one, you'll see how fast it's going down. As I said, you don't have to change the position of the handle at all. And bear in mind there's no load on this right now. So basically the setup is you bolt it to the floor. I cut 3/4 of an inch off the face of that shoe to make it so it's vertical. I bent a 3/8 rod around the outside to hold it in place. And I also put a U-bolt underneath the carriage, which I'll show you in a second. So I'm going to go fully up. Again, you can see the mechanism working, locking into place with every hole. So climb right up, perfectly vertical. And that's it. Lower it down. Locks into place automatically. And underneath, I drilled 2 holes up in the top of the carriage, and I locked this in place so that the carriage rides up and down. I did it on both of them. And then, as an added security, I anchored it right to the ceiling with 2 2x2 angles. This side's a little bit even more stable because I was able to tie it into my actual beam with a couple of legs. But the other side is perfectly fine. Also, basically it's an antenna clamp that's just in there to hold it, to bring it up and to lower it without it dropping uncontrollable. Now bear in mind that each of these farm jacks are rated for 6,000 pounds. And the lift itself is only rated for 6,000 pounds. So one of these jacks will hold the entire weight of the lift. Got them on both sides. And as a definite bonus, I put these jacks underneath here for long-term hold up. These are 2,500 pounds apiece. So that's 10,000 pounds of strength there. And again, 6,000 pounds. If you decide to do the ceiling secure thing, just make sure that these bolts do not protrude, at least the lower ones, inside. You have to make sure that they're flush, so that, well, up there doesn't matter because it doesn't go that high. But they have to be flush so that the carriage can run past. Got the one on the side here, the back, on the side, flush. Basically a bolt there, bolt there, bolt there. I put a nut on the top of that one because again the carriage doesn't run that high, and then bolts back here. I Loctited them all with blue Loctite just to be certain, and for this size bolt I used 4 washers just to space it out so it came up flush. I could have cut the bolts, but it didn't seem like that big a deal. And again, ran it all the way up to the ceiling, bolted it into the joist, added security. To bend a 3/8 rod, I used an induction heater, drilled a couple of 7/16 holes at the top, used the induction heater to bend it, and that's pretty much all there is to it. There's enough play in there so that if it needs to move, it can. If you don't have an induction heater, a torch will work. As I said, for this application, you don't need the long handle because you don't really use it. So I took and I cut the handle off. The handle is actually that long. That would get in the way of the car. So I cut the handle off, took the cap off, just put it on the lower handle as protection. That's all you need to do. If you ever want to put the handle back in, you can just get an insert and stick the handle back on. The only real downside to this is that it holds the actual arms off the floor approximately 3 inches. So it doesn't go all the way down like it used to. If you have a super low car, this could be a problem, but you're talking about Maseratis and Corvettes and such. Other than that, it works fantastic. I just had that Equinox on here all the way up. Not a problem. As you can see, she's going up, and when I lower it, it'll lock in place. It's going to lock now. And now the farm jacks are holding the car. Excellent system. Beats the hell out of having to run over and put these damn pins in these holes. This one's locked, the other one's locked. Good deal.